Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Ittle Dew 2. So we've done the main game and there's just a lot of side stuff happening that we kind of just need to see if we can figure out, like how we are going to get to certain places and accomplish certain things. Our best bet is to go to the lower right section in the swamp, Starwoods, first, I think. We're still having a little bit of a loading issue too. That hasn't stopped. And we can see with our maximum upgraded, or I assume maximum upgraded weapon, that we are fairly well suited for this battle. No longer am I really at any risk. Although it is still kind of weird. Like, so we have just enough. Like, exactly the right amount. So maybe we have all of the secret things. Yeah, it's weird that we're still like a heart and a half short of having a maximum. Whoa, like yikes. What's the matter, getting scared? No, I just realized that I haven't had a health potion for this entire adventure. Of course you haven't. I've drinking every potion I found when you weren't looking. Yeah, right. Glug, 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 glug. So, we just saw them do that same gag. See, roll button will be required. Also, there's no breakable walls. To prevent getting stuck, this dungeon has an extra key. Do not think too hard about it. Okay. And we've got something that's doing a massive amount of like damage and seems to be invulnerable. We have 4 skeleton keys, so we could just cheat the system if we need to also, so we should be very aware of that. This is called Dark Hypostyle, and it doesn't look to me like it's going to be particularly that long of a game. So I think the trick here is probably to try and integrate as much as possible. So if we can do it like diagonally, we should be able to do this fairly easily. Because the trick is the diagonal. If you don't do the diagonal, that's when you're going to run into trouble. There we go. Easy key. This dungeon may not be super hard compared to the final dungeon. So we have a 4. We have a 1. And yeah, I can mostly just take damage as long as he doesn't knock me into something. I'm fine. Let's see. And that was fairly easy. And that breaks that. And that breaks that. And that breaks that. And that breaks that. Let's see, we've got a big boss fight, which won't really be much of anything. Yeah. Easy enough. Interesting, we've got a path here. Interesting. It curves and then attacks the key instead of going back and attacking it. Alright, well. We'll just do this and see how many times we fall to our death. We are just racing through this whole thing. This is super easy. And there's like no challenge to any of this now because I have everything that you would need to blow up every path. This is weird because this level didn't feel like a level that you should have been able to reach before you kind of had every ability. So I'm a little confused as to why we don't have every ability. And now that you have like the freeze ability, this actually doesn't matter at all because you can just kind of break them to get rid of them. Which means I can just push this right off the edge. It won't even matter. There's probably a more difficult way to do that. Yeah, my only guess is that there might be a bit of a boss fight at the end of this that is slightly challenging. That's a battle I figure will actually happen. And I am definitely running out of things to say about this game because it didn't iterate. It didn't iterate on its inspiration of The Legend of Zelda, a decades old top-down adventure game. It didn't iterate on Ittle Dew 1. I don't feel like the plus part of the 2+ here really adds a significant amount of content either. It kind of feels like unnecessarily additive. Okay, well, we'll just run up this way and see what this door leads to. And unless I can't push these guys any further. No, I can push them over the steel crates. I thought maybe I couldn't. Let's see. So I'll just go ahead and stick a thing diagonally that direction. And push this down, I guess. I could probably get all of these activated fairly quickly and easily. Let's see if we can pull this off though. Yep. I don't understand the point of never having a shield in this game and then having this force wand kind of sort of act as a shield and then have the potential be a big hassle. I've got only a couple chances before I die to that. Okay, so where do we want to go now? I think we still have to go where we were. So we run through here. We run through here. This is actually fairly safe because you can't fall into spikes. I kind of wish the whole game was like that. And I don't think roll is anywhere as good as the other things. You can't get them in one cycle, but you can get them in two. Now we have another box of crowns. Really not getting a lot for any of this. This kind of feels like a boss rush. Which that might be what this is a boss rush, and it may have been a smarter move for them to have given us all of the bosses in a row as the final area instead of an extra DLC section, which is, I would say, mediocre at best. Right. I'm gonna go this way and take this teleporter. That way we could potentially miss having to worry about the big tall area in the other section on the far right of the map. Right. And there's a health upgrade. Interesting. Ice Ring level 2. It deals slightly more damage than before. It's crazy that you would have been able to play the whole game and not have any of that content. It really doesn't make any sense at all. So, yeah, there actually is. We should just warp back to the main part of the map just to save ourselves some time. Now we need to use the red warp. I really have to question how I could have missed so much content. Because it does definitely feel like we've missed a lot more than we probably could justify. And this is going to be a nightmare. Guess what we'll do, yeah, and that took a lot of health out, is we'll just try and maintain a safe distance and go with a roll if we can't. But see, they're heat-seeking attacks. And I don't think I can freeze the guys or anything. So it's just run, run, run. Don't fall to your death on these platforms that this game loves to make you fall to your death on. Come on. Now these guys only die if you knock them off the edge, so I guess I have to just attack them like crazy. These are bad enemies. You can tell just by how little they're actually used. There we go. And this is just a roll trick. But I only have like 2 health left. So now we can open this door and get back to that point when we die, inevitably. We're burning through this level fairly quickly. That being said, see, I can put one here, and then I can push that up there, and then I can put one there, I guess. I guess that works. But unless I could push something diagonally, I kind of have to question what the other solutions are to this. If I was to put one here, and then hit it, and then push it diagonally, that's no longer in the way. But how does that help me any? How does any of this help me? If I hit that, it will just slide. This is the one I can stand on, so that was not the right move anyways. I can push that way, and I can push that way. Sure. I can push that diagonally. Okay, cool. Then how do I get to the next one? That's the last bit. And I guess this is probably just solved with diagonals too. Push it that general direction. Yep. And that wasn't really what needed to happen, but okay, we can kind of do this first. That, and then that. Well, actually, I think the other way around. So let's just reset as to not waste a bunch of time. That, and then that. That way I can put this and slide that way and slide that way and push that up that way and push that way. Yeah, this is about the only thing new that they did put in this game, actually, was the diagonal pushing of blocks, and I don't even like it, so I don't know what else to say about something like that other than, yeah, it kind of didn't work for me. This would slide on that, which means at some point we are going to have to get rid of one of these boxes, probably this one. Although maybe not. That actually is easier than it looked. I almost overcomplicated the puzzle a lot more than it needed to be. And yeah, less than 20 minutes to run through this map and get our third fight against Ultra Mechabun. I am Ultra Mechabun. I am the dungeon boss. The island's accumulated treasures were sealed within the tombs of trials. Treasure, now we're talking. So that's why there's not a coin in sight in this ridiculous island. This could easily have be worth our while. So, how do we get to that tomb? Tell us. The Queen of Adventure will inherit the world. Your quest ends here. So, the main thing we had to do last time we fought this guy was place down dynamite and then avoid taking too much damage. By rolling. And I think that suits you fairly nicely. And then when we can freaking get in there and roll a few attacks, that's helpful too. And the posing this time is different. I think we've got this, but let's not get too cocky. Here we go. More fighting. We had 3 hearts, which is the most amount of hearts we've had fighting this guy. Now we've got another forbidden key, which, alright. So that's another thing marked off the map. Or I think it's marked off the map, I don't know. I'm standing right on top of where it would be depicted on the map. And then we'll run through this area, which we've been through this area a couple times before, 2 or 3 times, and not knowing what to do or not had the ability to solve it. I'm not sure if we actually were lacking the ability or just ignorant. This is the only non-dungeon puzzle that on the island that cannot be solved with just a stick. Okay. So, how would I do this? What would be an ability that we would have? See, this I think is just kind of a mascot character. Push that over there. Push that that way. Push that that way. See, every button we've got this, we've got that, we've got force push, and we've got the fire stick. I don't get it, says Tippsie. So there must be something still in this cave of mystery that we can't do, which is crazy that there's still parts of this game, even though we've defeated it, that we just can't finish. Let's see, probably fast travel out of this area if I wanted to. I'm not sure if I've ever actually walked through this section. I got so rich off my art, I got a house with 4 beds, but I can't sleep in all of them at the same time. Is this life, I ask you? Is this the irony of success? So you got another lockpick. I've got pizza on the floor. Got underwear on the floor. Wow, once again, violence has solved all my problems. It probably is a case that I haven't been up in this area. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, where are we now? We're in a different area. Okay. Let's just keep on looking around. It's weird to have kind of a disturbed game flow, as it were. In a sense that you just really don't know where you are or what you should be doing, or have any real indication that we've lost those hints. We've lost everything that would have told us to go somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna go to the fancy ruins, and let's see if that is where we needed to go. Okay, so this seems like you stand on this 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that takes you somewhere. I just didn't pay any attention to that at all. And this is the furthest shore. Farthest shore. There's just trash everywhere. This too might have just been something I should have done a long time ago. And we're gonna get single hit kills. I imagine we won't even have a lot of secrets or areas of things to hit. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They never even changed this up. So one way you could instantly have improved this game is have those 4 buttons and then just program them to have codes that you have to find the codes out. That would immediately make the game more challenging. Level 3 boss tracker reveals dungeon bosses, chests, and what else was it? Fills the outlines of the dungeon, which probably won't help me much since I've done pretty much all of the dungeons. So we do know that there are 2 more upgrades still. I just don't know how to get to them. There's things all over the place. I guess we do the best we can. Well, go over here. See the slight frame lags. See if this guy has anything need to say about these keys. So you've gotten all 4 forbidden keys. I think you're ready, then it's time to use them. Where do you use them? Let's see. So Where would the forbidden keys go? Solar power over this bar is for employees only. Okay, well, whatever. Sweetwater Coast. Is that where we want to go? Probably not. Let's go to the Frozen Court. What did I miss on the Frozen Court? There might be a way of zooming in on this and perhaps figuring out where I didn't look. I think I didn't look to the left over on this side. Yeah. Probably didn't search this area thoroughly enough. And a Slayer Jenny character, still fairly tough. And with their slowdown ability, they can still certainly be a problem. There we go. 3. So we found 1. We now need to find 2. Where would 2 be hiding? Let's see. Oh wait, I think we've already even found 2, so I think we can accomplish this, assuming there isn't a 4. Which we have to just hope there isn't a 4. Just run. I'm tired of rolling. So this is 2. So we found 1, 2, and 3. Is there a possibility that there's a 4 somewhere? Yeah, pretty high possibility actually. Let's just make sure we look everywhere. This is an odd sound effect that's happening. It's a step on all the stones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super easy to do these when you have a ton of health. Alright, and this brings us to this guy. Well, we meet again. I still haven't found any optional hidden caves, so I tried swimming to that island, but now I'm stuck with no way back. Okay. Now we are in the lost city of Avelop, which is another sunken area. I wonder how big this is. Oh, it's very small. Just a lot of green goo. I don't think there's really anything here, though. Like, I don't think there's any secrets or anything like that. It seems like I could probably kill all these tentacles, and they probably wouldn't do anything. Yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage for what seems like no reason. We'll come back to that if it turns out that there's a reason for that. Now we have to kill all these. I don't know if the Force Wand is stronger in this case or not. It's hard to tell. It seems like the Force Wand was a little safer. Maybe not stronger. We now have Chains level 3. Adds a magical reverse attack to your melee weapons, which attacks people from behind, which is interesting. There's a worshiper. See what this guy has to say. Nothing. Interesting. Well. Are we just doing this for an achievement, or was there something more to this? Well, it seems like we got everything in that area, and it was just a chain level 3, which isn't terrible by any means, but it does kind of continue to point to the idea that there's going to be an ice ring upgrade to level 3. A fire mace won't be upgraded to level 3, but it is already actually level 3 because we started with a stick and then we went to a fire sword, and then we now are at the fire mace. And so there's just going to be an upgrade here and maybe an upgrade on the tome. And map wise, it is getting harder and harder to tell, but I think there probably is something more that we need to do. Let's see. Hopefully we won't die before we can pull it off. We're running into that problem again of the game not really giving you quite enough health. So we're looking for blue trees. Well, that will actually solve our problem fairly easily. I toggle this and I zoom. Do we see a fourth blue tree anywhere on this map? I don't think so. So unless the blue trees don't turn into blue trees until after the first time you've hit them, I think we're in a good position. There we go. We'll even play it safe and refill our health. 2. And we'll just run. Let's see. There's like a something there, a cemetery headstone. 3 opens another door, which probably is nothing. You can just burn all the grass. We'll go ahead and push that out. Not even try. Yeah, we're still one whole heart short. We need some item that would unlock like an indicator to tell us what we still have to get, because it's going to be rather silly to try to run through all of this. next area we're gonna go to is here. And this is not the easiest path across. I think you have to go up here, over here. Still can't do anything with the bees. Am I going the right direction? Not really. These are so easy now. Just put a TNT, hit it. Oh, actually this is more difficult than it looks at first. Crystals can be pushed. Thanks for letting me know. Alright. Down we go. Of course I already knew that crystals could be pushed. I just wasn't thinking it all the way through. Alright. Now that works. And dead crystals can't be pushed. 3 more health upgrades. We still are just finding things instead of the game pointing us to things, which it really should be pointing us to things. We want to get to the other side of this. I think it's over here. Is it really that long of a journey? I think it is. A lot of up and down. We've been in here. That's just a shortcut area. Run this way, run this way, run this way. Take out some bees. Have we maybe not been in this area? So we may be going in circles a little bit. Yeah, this is it. This is the second weirdest waterfall I've ever seen. Let's just sit here for a second and see what happens. Yeah, there's should be something to this. Because there's clearly something being indicated over in that direction. And man, that is right where we started. I could put here that, and try and bounce myself that direction. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Oh, it really is nowhere close to that. Is it? Well, I need to be a more prevalent user of the zoom in system, clearly. The problem with this is, where's that secret? How do we open this? Do we stand next to something for a few seconds? Do we blow it up? Well, There's gotta be some trick to this. I don't know if it's just standing in some place or in a specific area, or maybe we have to go in a circle. Like, my intuition tells me that we found every forbidden key. I'm assuming you know what to do with them by now, or could we just head to Fluffy Field and leave our raft? I actually don't know what to do with them. I actually don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. It seems unlikely that there would be. So there's just something in this general area, I guess. Or at least that's what you would have to take from it, that there is some hint somewhere in this general area that would tell you how to where you could get a cave scroll, I guess. And yeah, there's all kinds of places I'm sure I missed. Shortcut cave. House on the hill, help wanted. Let's see. This just leads to a dungeon. So that, yeah, that's a dungeon. And I think we would just have to think about, have we been everywhere? Have we looked at everything? Is there possibly some things, some houses we've just missed? Hint about a red mushroom near a green warp, maybe. Red mushroom near a green warp. Well, that is somewhat helpful. I'm just gonna look around as we try to wander. So there's a green warp. Here's a red mushroom. What are we supposed to do with the red mushroom, though? We'll just give it a minute. We'll sit here for just a straight minute and see what happens. This is a problem. It's pretty much impossible to play this game the way you have it set up if you're going to allow a scenario like this where you can just not fully understand what to do. They tried really, really hard in this game to have things on the map and people giving you hints so you would not run into this exact scenario, and still I ran into the scenario a lot more than I should have. So possibly another red mushroom. Or something. Oh, there's another red mushroom. So it's a goose chase, I guess. So we've got to figure out where the other red mushroom would decide to appear. All kinds of red mushrooms over in this area. So probably not any of these. But we'll hit them all just in case. We can't go in any building because that would be wrong. Tons of red mushrooms over in this section, none of which are breakable. I can't help but feel just really unenergetic about this game though. It's just meh. More and more I run into more games like that. I've probably run out of the high tier quality stuff. Long since probably run out of the high tier quality stuff. Right, so I walked far enough away. So is this a thing where we're chasing it? Yes, it is. And so you have a specific amount of time you have to hit it. Oh, okay. That's weird. That is a totally different system than anything we've done up until this point in the game. And it's just a side mission. Sand crucible. Game. How could I be locked out of a level? I'm not. There's a secret entrance over here. I was about to say, boy, is this game more glitched than it seemed like. Apparently we have a non-number of keys also. Either we've gone over 16 or this dungeon doesn't care how many skeleton keys you have. We have Final Brutus. Arg! Too cool to be a dungeon boss, huh? Well, let's let those brats drive around in their flimsy toy robots. The true boss around here is me. Got a desert of my own. Ooh, I see adventurers. real tiny ones, punchy, crunchy ones. Right. This guy's probably not gonna be too hard to defeat. There might be an interesting boss battle against a character like that if he was way at the top of a level and he was shooting at you. Your invincibility roll time is now extended. Thanks, that's useless. There's a lot of work for not a lot of reward. Still looking for outfits. Also, let's see. Well, without the ability to zoom in, I kind of would have to fast travel to every area and then try and zoom in, which is probably not a bad idea. Let's see, lonely road. Particularly lonely road. There's a decent chance that that's a bad an area where we missed a bunch of stuff. On the other hand, you do run into this problem of not really knowing whether you've been somewhere or not if it's not going to be marked off. Where does this put us now? Let's go ahead and kill these to see if they do something. They didn't. These guys were real hard to kill originally, and now they're moderately easy. Alright. Doesn't look like there's any other secret exits to this path. So then this would have me escaping in this area, which maybe connects to the right area. Oops. There probably is a decent amount of stuff I've missed. But it would be a hassle, certainly, to have to run through the entire map. Yeah, this definitely was a section where we ran. And didn't really take our time to look. I'm not sure it matters. What was in that area? Just a dungeon? I'm gonna warp back here. I'm gonna warp here. I'm going to warp up here. I'm gonna hit this. Let's run. There's a banana that was not yet ripe. How do you get to this area? It's so ridiculous. We shouldn't have this much trouble. And yeah, the falling of the lava rocks there did not accomplish anything. They were supposed to do something. Okay. Let's go this direction. And then let's go this direction. I am back to having 5 skeleton keys. See if we got any new outfits. I kind of like the white hair, but yeah. I think we'll just go back to the ponytail. I think that is the cleanest, best looking view we can have. Zoom, toggle on and off. Well, if you look in the lower bottom side of this map, it does seem like there's fairly a few empty places. So maybe there's some things I missed. Well, keep an eye on this. This one still tastes just fine. Here's another thing. Wow, it's to a whole nother area. And we'll just solve this quickly, because I don't care. We'll solve it quickly. We're gonna have to break up this episode. Painful Plain. Another small area. Just some bosses that will be fairly easy to defeat since we're so overpowered. Yeah, it's crazy that you can miss so much content when it seems like the content needs to have been found. Tome level 3, well, 3 and 4 chance of blocking negative status. And this way has some giant long legs of those creatures. Interesting. Is there anything else in this area worth mentioning or looking at? Something to stand on, something that would maybe trigger something opening. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, the power of the zooming in is highlighting some spaces, I guess, that kind of obviously would have something in them, or should have something in them. What is this? Let's see, zoom in. Where could the next thing be? That's a thing we've done, so we don't need to go that way. Don't see any cracks in the walls. This is another thing. Yeah, I was just really bad, wasn't I? Let's just go ahead and hit that. Cave scroll. So hopefully this cave scroll might be the thing that marks the other cave that we haven't been able to do up until this point. Because I was wondering about that, certainly. Kind of feels like this beach section is just a little undone anyways. So I'm standing here, zooming in. That is the cave. So can we finally break this stupid cube in some way? Like, the only way I've ever seen this work is you just rolled into it. And yes, this is a cube instead of a something else, but one, 2, 3, 4. That must not be the cave that we've just found, because that was already marked. So there must be a new cave somewhere else completely on the map, but I don't see it. One hit. One hit and then force. Freezing, not a thing. This is sand castle. This is like a dungeon, right? Yeah, we've done that. I don't think I missed something. World shattering confession. Maybe this guy's got a hint for me. Ever heard of transport caves? Yeah, try cave near the changing tent. Bedazzlement guaranteed. So I think what we're gonna have to do is make a special effort to look up the answer as far as that one last thing. But that one last thing is probably kind of nothing. That X is probably not going to give us the ability to have two things. Like two cubes. Which was the one ability that would have been useful. And yeah, if we had the raft ability and we could just walk over all this water. I don't think that would help us any, really. Yeah, we could spend hours and hours on this. There's no telling how much content could have been missed or could simply just not exist. All kinds of pathways. What's up here? The plant behind that chest really does not like the rest. What is that supposed to mean? It's practically impossible to have any relevance to any of the hints because the hints could be applied to any large number of things you've just already done. Most of which you have already done. Let's see, the treasure chest. I think it's going stale. Yeah, this is just getting increasingly dull. Having to wander around and look. We've already done this one, obviously. It's open. Let's look to see if there's maybe some more secret passages. I don't think there are. It's weird to have such a discrete labeling of these caves. To have some labeled as transport caves and have the rest not really labeled as anything. So I'm here. There's basically no way you could get a shot of anything at that. It's just bouncing it off. So I feel like it's just glitched, honestly. It does just kind of feel oddly glitched, unless there's some weird outfit or something that you would have to do, or some other element you would have to have accomplished first. One, 2, 3. It does seem kind of tilted a little bit more to the right. You can't really hit it at an angle. There's just no attacking, no pushing, no exploding. Okay. I could probably get a amount of steam up, but it's not, doesn't seem like it's gonna do anything. Alright, so I've got to look this up, obviously. We've gone long. I'm going to look up the solution to this, and then we've got the final dungeon in the extra DLC, and we may just have to kind of wander around. You know what, I think I'll probably also double check to see what I'm supposed to do with the forbidden keys, if that's what they're called. What are they actually called? Yeah, forbidden keys. Because I don't know what to do with that either. And there's like a whole section here. There's 3 different areas of stuff, and we've spent probably an hour and 20 minutes just trying to get to these final areas. And in all fairness, there might be some other things. There's probably 3 more heart upgrades. Well, we know there are. But by the looks of it, there's only 1 more ice ring upgrade. And that's probably it, frankly. So it's also a little bit weird that there are 3 X's on this map that I see, and only one of those things is actually X worthy, so I guess the other 2 are probably outfits. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wishlist. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.